here's lefse. You make your mashed potatoes, and then you add the other ingredients to it. I suggest making mashed potatoes one day, and then making the lefse the next day. Here is what I do. I have the lefse dough all mixed up. Scoop it out with a spoon and lots of flour. Sprinkle some on here, and then try to get it off the spoon. Make these little dough balls. Again, lots of flour. This is a flour-intensive process. The dough is very, very sticky. So once you've made a bunch of balls with the dough, they're about an egg size. Get them all floury. Keep using lots of flour. Then you sort of roll them out a bit, and I mash them just like that. Again, flour them and set them aside. That. There's that. Okay, so that's just the start of rolling them out. This is a quick prep thing you can do and get a whole bunch ready, and then with 2 people you can cook them on 3 skillets, and it takes a lot less time to cook them. If you're doing it one person alone, you could probably only manage 1 or maybe 2 skillets at a time. But this way, you can cook them real fast. Made a bunch of these little baby lefses, and now you need a very well floured cutting board and this very flat cookie scraper to get them off the cutting board. And your rolling pin with an old child's sock cut and stretched over it works perfectly for doing the lefse. So now these little lefse pancakes are very, very sticky still, even though we've been flouring them the whole time. So I just flip them over, keep their flour on the cutting surface, flip them over a couple of times to get them nice and flat. Then the rolling pin also needs to be floured, by the way. Get the sock full of flour. Okay. There, now you roll them out. They'll start to stick to the cutting board, and you just keep rolling out the sides that can move. And lefse is going to come out in really odd shapes, like this one. They're almost never round, but that's alright. They just need to be sort of flat. Take your cookie scraper and sort of cut underneath it. Sometimes you'll cut through it, but not too often. Take it and flop it straight on the hot griddle. Alright, make sure the heat's nice and hot. They cook real fast. Usually they'll cook quite quickly. So while you're doing that, one's cooking, flatten out another one. Like so. You need lots of flour. Alright. And you roll it out. Ooh, there's a nice shape. You can see it's sort of very flat, very stuck to the board now. And carve it off the board. It really helps to have 2 people, one to do the cooking on the griddle and one to be making lefses like mad. Sometimes it shrinks a bit because it's stuck to the board. Uh-oh. That's not good. This is where the lefse cook comes in very handy, because they will be very good at stretching this back out. Anyways, the lefse starts to bubble up, and you flip it over. It'll get sort of brown like a tortilla. Keep the cutting board free of excess potato lefse scraps. Okay, flap it out. Flatten it out. Some more flour under it. And roll it out. The regular thickness pancake flipper is good for the hot skillets. This one's just about done. It's getting good color on both sides. Roll out this lefse. Try to get a nice shape for you, so you can see what it looks like with a good shape. There, that's a good shape one. Now let's just see if it comes off in a good shape. A really flat tool is extremely important. I used to use an old thin freezer pizza box, think this is the very best thing, and it's most likely to be around in your kitchen. This lefse is very close. You have to adjust the heat a little bit. Alright. You can also move them from pan to pan. Here we go, check this out. Perfect transfer. You gotta sort of do it in motion. Use gravity to your advantage. Otherwise, transferring them onto the griddle can be very difficult. So, this is done. Set it over here. And another one. This one's done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is done. Okay. You don't want to stack them. They need to be totally cool before they're stacked. Otherwise, the moisture will make them really soggy. So using a wire rack and these cookie sheets really gets the heat out of them quickly. And that's it. There's the lefse.